Archangel Michael says, "Be still and listen carefully. What you sense around you is not just paranoia. There is someone who has chosen to track your every movement, and their intention is not random. The times you step out, the way you glance behind you, the moments you think you're alone, they've all been noted. You have been marked, not for who you pretend to be, but for who you truly are, divinely chosen and spiritually guarded. Their eyes are not just curious, they are driven by motives wrapped in secrets and deceit. Your footsteps echo louder than usual because darkness is trying to stay one step behind you. This person has been watching you for days, not just from afar, but close, too close for comfort. Their interest in your routine is not innocent. They are calculating when you're home and when you're vulnerable. They've studied your comings and goings like a blueprint, as if preparing for a quiet invasion. There was a moment just yesterday when they stood behind a tinted window across the street, tracking the exact second your door opened. They aren't watching just for fun, they are being told to do it. And the person giving the order is someone you wouldn't expect to hold such power in your story. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Every time you leave your home, their eyes calculate the distance between your front step and their hidden vantage point. They write down details, what you wore, what time you locked the door, even what song you hummed under your breath. It feels unreal, but it's already happening. Archangel Michael says, someone is paying attention to what you ignore. That curtain slightly moved in your neighbor's house, that unfamiliar parked vehicle you noticed twice last week, even the strange message that went unanswered on your phone, all of it ties together. There's a string connecting these events, and it leads to a plan that must be interrupted. The watchers aren't strangers. One of them knows your name personally, once shook your hand in a gathering you barely remember. That moment was the beginning of a silent assignment, to monitor, to report, and when the time is right, to act. There's chatter about your name in circles that you've never entered. And yet, they speak of you with intensity, as if they've known you longer than time itself. Something valuable is attached to your presence, and now someone has decided they want access to it, by any means necessary. Type Amen to get blessing 414. Late night yesterday, they hovered closer than usual. Your window lit up for just a second longer than you meant, and that gave them a shadow to follow. One movement too slow could have allowed them more than just a view. Your routine is being analyzed like a chessboard, each move you make is met with a counter-step. But this isn't a game. What they want is not to win, but to remove. Remove your peace, your power, your sense of divine order. Someone familiar to you, either from the workplace, neighborhood, or old social circles, is involved in passing your time logs. They've been tasked to text and report every hour they see your lights on, your gate open, or your steps outside. This has been ongoing for weeks, unnoticed by you but activated in full force. You were never meant to notice this yet. But the divine clock cannot wait any longer. Archangel Michael says, protection is already forming around your steps, but you must be alert, because this time, the threat is masked with a smile. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They've even noted what time your phone is usually idle, what hour you typically sleep, and how often you respond to messages. The digital and the physical realms are being used together against you. Yet, heaven has begun rewriting that script with force and light. Your house is circled more often than before, yet you call it coincidence. Coincidence doesn't return 3 nights in a row, wearing the same hoodie, standing by the same lamppost. It's not imagination when your dog barks at a shadow that vanishes too quickly. There's a motive behind their tracking, it's not just curiosity. Someone from your past has planted the seed of envy, and now it's grown into a mission of disruption. The truth is, they believe your breakthrough is near, and their goal is to shake your faith before it arrives. One person leads this, but 2 others are quietly helping. One keeps records, the other tries to distract you with emotional drama so you don't see what's happening behind your back. Yet no matter how hidden the trap is, divine light exposes it always at the right time. Type Amen to get blessing 118. One thing they didn't expect was your spiritual radar beginning to detect it. The chills at night, the strange dreams, the sound you can't explain at the same hour, it's not random. It's divine warning dressed in signs. You've been selected for something grand, and the enemy sees it before you even fully do. That's why they're rushing. That's why the person following you even timed your grocery visit and knows what street you like to walk for peace. Archangel Michael says, "The hour has come for you to rise above this trap." Heaven is not silent. Surveillance may be watching your every step, but angelic eyes are watching theirs, and what they see has triggered a chain of divine intervention. Something strange will happen soon, maybe a vehicle will stall near your driveway, or a stranger may ask about directions they should already know. These are not tests, they are attempts to distract and decode your boundary. But they will fail. Type Amen to get blessing 662. They're testing your patience, your strength, your reaction. But what they don't realize is that you were born from storms, they're trying to drown someone who is already water. You have walked through darker valleys and came out with fire in your breath. Each time they think you're unaware, your spirit receives an alert. You'll suddenly feel an urge to lock your door tighter or take a new route. These impulses are heaven's whispers guiding you to safety, ahead of time. There's a woman involved in this who pretends to care. She checks in occasionally, laughs a bit louder than necessary, and leaves too quickly. But behind her kindness is a question she's not asking, did you notice yet? A financial exchange was done recently. A favor was paid for. The price was information about you, your vulnerability, your silence, your alone hours. But what they didn't pay for is your spiritual armor, and that's what will destroy their entire plan. Type Amen to get blessing 505. A man dressed in plain clothes has been around a lot more lately. Not flashy, not loud, just present. He pretends to scroll his phone while watching you walk past, but he already knows your schedule better than your closest friend. He has a message to deliver, but it's not from heaven, it's a warning masked as a casual approach. Do not take any unknown package from a stranger. Do not accept random coffee invitations or trust a knock on your door without a reason. Your name has been printed on a list, a personal list someone keeps in a red notebook. They cross days and times, highlighting moments they think you're weakest. What they don't realize is that you've been strengthened during those moments in secret. Someone recently unfollowed you, someone who claimed to support you. That person is quietly feeding details to another. Their digital disappearance is not disconnect, it's deception in progress. Type Amen to get blessing 999. And yet, you are not alone. Divine warriors have begun to stir around your home. The spiritual realm has declared your territory sacred, and anyone who tries to step in without truth will face exposure like never before. That person following you will soon be recognized, not just by the law but by shame. A divine disruption is planned. Their phone will malfunction, their car will break down at a moment they need it most, and their energy will feel chaos they can't explain. You are in the middle of something bigger than you think. Heaven is not just watching, it's writing a chapter where the hunter becomes exposed before he makes his move. The next time they take a photo of your doorstep, their own shadow will appear in the background. Archangel Michael says, "You've endured silently long enough. Now your protection is going loud. Let the watchers know, the one they follow has an army walking invisibly beside them." Type Amen to get blessing 844. They're not just following your path, they are mimicking your energy, trying to mirror your steps so they can fit in without detection. But the one thing they cannot copy is the favor that walks ahead of you like a flame. You were chosen for a reason, and no shadow following behind can dim the light that goes before you. A camera was placed facing your entrance. Not by your hands, but by theirs. It's hidden near a common object, possibly in a broken bulb casing or under a false sticker on a nearby pole. They're not only timing you now, they're collecting more than footsteps. The reason for this surveillance is deeper than suspicion, it's tied to a secret they believe you carry. A truth they want to intercept before you discover it. And if they can't steal it from you, they hope to stop you from walking into it fully. One man wants to prove he still has control over your story. Another woman is helping him because of a grudge that never truly died. Their plan is personal, but what they didn't account for is the divine vengeance already moving in your defense. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They underestimate what you survived. You've been stalked before, but this time, you are spiritually awake. Every vibration that feels off is your spirit telling you, watch again, listen again, don't let this pass unnoticed. A friend will soon mention a strange car they saw parked near your street more than once. Don't ignore that. Even if it appears harmless, this is confirmation that others around you are being awakened too, drawn into your divine protection network. This plan was designed to work through silence and shadows. But you are now walking in revelation. The very people who thought you'd be blind to their moves are going to watch their secrets crumble before them. Archangel Michael says, "You are guarded not by locks and alarms but by sacred promises." The watchers may track your feet, but they cannot decode your spirit. They have no access to your destiny, only illusions of control that will soon vanish. Type Amen to get blessing 313. One late night hour is circled in their notes. That time is important. That's when they believe you are at your weakest. But that's exactly when the divine realm prepares its strongest guard. You will notice a delay in their movement soon, like they're hesitating. They'll think twice before coming close again. Their dreams will begin to haunt them with fire, with visions of your face surrounded by light. A sacred warning will be sent to you in the form of a message, sound, or repeated number. Pay attention. This is heaven's siren alerting you not to go to a particular place or not to open a door on a particular night. Someone who helped pass your information will feel guilt. They will try to come back pretending they had no part in it. But a second chance must be earned, not given freely when betrayal has already stepped through your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 121. The reason they're following you is not just curiosity, it's strategy. They are trying to interrupt a moment that is coming for you. A breakthrough, a connection, an open door. And your consistency terrifies them. They've learned your habits, but not your heart. They've seen your routines, but not your resilience. And they've mistaken your silence as surrender. When really, it's the calm before a spiritual storm about to hit their plans. There is something divine about your timing. Every delay you faced was intentional, preparing you for this moment of unveiling. They are watching a person who is about to rise in such light that no darkness can remain nearby. One more clue will come, a voice, a slip, or a coincidence too sharp to ignore. When it comes, do not hesitate to act. A name will appear soon. Once it does, their whole web will begin to break. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The energy around your doorway will begin to feel different. That's your angels reinforcing the borders. A force field is being placed where they once saw a gap. Your thoughts may feel cluttered lately. That's not confusion, it's spiritual interference. They've tried to send negative energy your way through thoughts, conversations, and envy-laced actions. But even their interference is being repelled. Each time they attempt to approach closer, something disturbs their tools, a camera fails, a phone screen cracks, a footstep echoes too loud. The divine is defending you through interruption. Archangel Michael says, you were not just chosen. You were shielded from the moment you were formed. They cannot trespass without consequences now. A reversal is coming, and the tracker will become the trapped. Type Amen to get blessing 666. In just a few days, you will see a shift. Something they relied on will fall apart. They'll grow nervous, restless, unable to concentrate. That's how you'll know the hand of God has touched their camp. Their confidence will weaken. They'll start second-guessing their plan. One of them will try to erase traces of your schedule from their records, but it will be too late. What was hidden will rise, and what they tried to protect will become their exposure. They'll start to avoid the usual places. The street they stood on will begin to make them uneasy. Even in daylight, their spirit will feel the judgment of what they attempted to do in the dark. It's not just about you, it's about what they feared you would become. The glow around you is increasing, and no amount of surveillance can hide what's divine. Type Amen to get blessing 151. Someone will pretend to be concerned, asking if everything is okay lately. That's their trick, to get information while pretending to care. Don't overshare. Let silence be your sword and watch how quickly they disappear. An item in your house will catch your eye soon, something that wasn't moved by you. That's a clue. It's small, but it means someone tried to access something they had no right to. This goes deeper than observation, it connects to jealousy, fear, and control. The person behind it all once admired you, but when they couldn't be you, they decided to try to follow and destroy. That envy turned into obsession. But no weapon of envy, no scheme of control, no plan of surveillance can stop what's ordained. You are not just protected, you are being elevated in plain view. And soon, they will be forced to watch from behind the barrier they built. Type Amen to get blessing 727. This chapter will not end in fear, it will end in revelation and restoration. All the nights you sensed something was off will now make sense. Every moment you felt watched, you were right. What they planned as quiet monitoring will turn into loud consequences. Someone will lose their access to you completely. Their obsession will become their downfall. Archangel Michael says, they followed the wrong person. Because when they followed you, they walked into the path of heaven's fire. That fire is about to consume every trace of their hidden agenda. You are protected. You are seen. And very soon, the world will know exactly who has been walking with you all along. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their watching will backfire, not just spiritually, but physically. Their body will begin to respond to the weight of their actions. Sleepless nights, lost items, broken electronics, and sudden illness will begin to hit them one after the other. The person who hired the follower will receive a shocking message very soon. What they thought would remain hidden is going to leak. Someone from their own circle is no longer loyal, and the truth will burst out when they least expect it. There is an item they used, a phone, a hidden recorder, a lens. That object will fail them in a critical moment. Instead of capturing you, it will record them by mistake. What was meant to expose you will now reveal them in their darkest move. They misjudged your silence as weakness. But your silence has been your shield, your weapon, your wisdom. Now, heaven is flipping the script, and the light will expose every hidden intention they buried under layers of lies. Type Amen to get blessing 383. This goes beyond just following, it's an energy war. They've sent fear, hoping it would paralyze your progress. But instead, it made you sharper, more aware, and divinely aligned. Their attempts to read your next step will start to fail. You'll feel it, their grip slipping, their steps hesitating, their pattern breaking. They're becoming clumsy, because divine interference has confused their devices. Someone from your old connections, a former friend or associate, knows about this tracking but hasn't spoken. They are afraid of being blamed. But soon, they will be pushed by guilt and fear into opening up and revealing the truth. Archangel Michael says, the one who is following you will soon stop, not because they want to, but because something will force them to. Their tools will break, their secrecy will crack, and your name will be cleared. Type Amen to get blessing 535. Soon, you will be offered a chance to confront the one who's been hiding behind silence. Do not act with anger, act with divine certainty. Your calm truth will scare them more than any outburst. One of them tried to disguise their intentions through fake kindness. They offered small help, complimented you often, checked in just enough to not seem suspicious. But even their voice is now becoming an irritation in your spirit. That is your sign. You will receive an invitation, a call, a casual coffee meet, or a request to talk. Decline it. That is the meeting where they want to gather more personal information and tighten their control. Someone will leave your life suddenly. Don't chase them. That departure is heaven removing the weak link before it turns into a traitor. The faster they disappear, the safer you become. Type Amen to get blessing 828. There is a date marked in their calendar. It was the day they planned to act, to step closer, to make a move. But heaven is already crashing their plan before that date arrives. The person they sent to watch you is beginning to feel exposed. They sense the shift. They're looking over their shoulder now instead of looking straight at you. What they gave you, you returned with divine force. There's a piece of paper, a screenshot, or an audio message that has your name in it. It's in their possession now, but not for long. Someone else is about to find it and bring it into light. You will have dreams where they appear, but don't be afraid. Those dreams are warnings. They are heaven's way of letting you recognize their spirit before they speak again. Type Amen to get blessing 242. There will be a confrontation, not loud, not dramatic, but filled with spiritual weight. Someone will be caught off guard. They will stutter, their story will change, and the fear will show on their face. Watch their eyes. This is not just about protection, it's about divine justice. What they tried to hide is going to become their own shame. They will lose the trust they tried to steal from you. Your environment is shifting. Things are rearranging themselves for your safety. That parking space you used to leave open, the cafe you always visited, the old shortcut, some of these must be replaced to throw off the pattern they've memorized. Archangel Michael says, protection means transformation. You are not just being watched, you are being elevated. Your new steps will be untraceable, because heaven is rewriting your entire routine. Type Amen to get blessing 909. They're trying to confuse you emotionally. But they will fail. Your strength is too divine, your awareness too powerful. You may begin to notice old habits returning, waking up at odd hours, feeling a chill before sleep, sensing movement in stillness. These are signs, not symptoms. Your spirit is reading the environment before your mind does. You are about to be vindicated. Someone will come forward with proof, not out of love, but out of fear. They've realized they backed the wrong side, and now they want to switch before divine judgment falls. The one who ordered this stalking, this careful following, will soon face their own exposure. Their secrets are no longer safe. Their closest friend is already suspicious, and the betrayal is ready to happen. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Let your silence continue. Let your movement be sacred and measured. You owe no explanation to those who plotted against your. You will receive a message soon from someone acting concerned. Don't fall into it. Their tone will be soft, their words sweet, but their intention rotten. You are being led out of this darkness not with a bang, but with divine orchestration. Heaven is peeling back every hidden plot. The person who has followed you will soon need protection from the very forces they unleashed. You are now walking through divine vindication. And as you rise, their eyes will go blind to your new frequency. They cannot follow where angels walk. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Final blessing. Archangel Michael says, your name is being rewritten in light. Your story is protected. The eyes that watched you with envy will soon weep in regret. Let it happen. Walk with grace. Keep your peace. Heaven is not silent. Type Amen to get blessing 333.